Hey guys, All Glam Cam, and I'm back with another video. Today's video said it right in the title. It is wig talk, honey. Let's talk about these wigs, child. Okay, so let me give you a brief history about me and wigs. So when I was in college, of course, I went to college. I was a freshman in 2005, so yeah, that's telling my age, but that's neither here nor there. When I went to college, you know, I was in the era when braids were big. The micro braids were a big thing. Everybody was getting micro braids. Child, if you ain't have micro braids, you was not it. So I decided to get micro braids. Make a long story short, the micro braids, the person who installed them, the person who installed them actually did not go past my hair at the time. My hair was kind of a good length, and they did not go past it, so which that messed my hair up. So that caused me to go natural. In me going natural, I used to wear sew-ins after sew-in after sew-in. So when my hair decided to get to that good length that I was proud, like, yes, my hair's growing back from this incident, I feel a lot more confident, I look a lot better, yes, I can start wearing my hair out. I had decided that I was fully natural now. Everything, all of my perm had been cut out. It was nothing. So by then I'm still wearing sew-ins because I am about that life, child. I love me some inches. I will never change. I will always have some weave in. The problem for me was that my weave out started to break out. It was break off. It was inevitable. I would wear a part on this side would break off. I would wear a part over here, this side would break off. I would wear a part in the middle, that's my favorite thing of all times. I'm actually, you know, rocking the little side deal right now, but everybody who knows me knows I love a middle part. Like, I'm always here for a middle part, child. Like, I'm always here for that. It started to break off, so I'm like, it has to be a way to prevent my leave out from breaking off, especially my natural hair. So of course, you know, there's the whole invisible part thing and thing like that, and you know, I did that too. I'm not gonna lie, I fell a victim to invisible parts, and my invisible parts were pretty good. They were laid, and I used to wear them all the time. But here comes this wonderful thing of a closure, and I'm like, yes, Lord, thank you, God. Like, who sent these to us? Like, where did they come from, and why haven't they been here? Because, child, there's so many people out here walking out with broke off leave out when we needed closures years ago, okay? I know a lot of people do not swear by them, but I absolutely love them. I will never wear anything else. I won't wear my hair out, none of that, unless it's a little tiny bit, because I love a closure. It actually saved my hair. Once I started wearing closures, I was just wearing them at first with sew-ins, and that was fine. But at the time, I was still very active as far as working out and things of that nature, and it wasn't working for me. I'm like, I gotta find another method that's gonna be easier for me to handle. One day I was just browsing on YouTube and looking at things, and this was kind of before I started my channel, and I saw all these girls making wigs with their closure and their bundles, and I'm like, okay, that has to be the method. That has to be how these girls are changing their hair so fast, being able to keep their hair and it's healthy underneath. I'm like, that has to be the trick. So child, I jumped on the bandwagon, and I've been there ever since. I'm actually wearing a unit that I made with a closure, and I absolutely love it. Only thing that I have out is a little bit of my hair right here, and I don't even know if I have my edges out all the way. I just kind of like slicked them back and put the cap on. But when I tell y'all, I am in love with wigs. This is the only thing that I wear. I sew them down. Sometimes I don't. I pin them. So I have 2 wigs in my lap that I switch off of. They're like my go-to wigs that I switch between this one and the other 2 on a weekly basis. I absolutely love them. And that's one thing about wigs, like, you have the versatility of going from medium length hair with a side swoop bang to hair down to your back, to short curly hair, to red hair, to blonde hair, to short hair, whatever. I absolutely swear by wigs. Like, I love them. I wish I would have found this out years ago. I feel like my hair has never been as healthy as it is right now, I feel like that this has helped my hair grow tremendously. And you know, everybody's different in their natural hair journey, or trying to get their hair to grow. And the things that work for me is basically not touching my hair. Like, don't bother it. That works for me. I do the whole cold washing and the washing thing. I try to make Sunday my hair day, but me not bothering my real hair once it's in my wig, once the wig is either sewn down, or once it's pinned down, or once it's just plopped down, I don't bother my hair, and that works for me. That's not everybody's story. Everybody can't do that, but this is what works for all Glam Cam. This is what helps all Glam Cam's hair grow. And this is something I'm going to stick with. So the first wig I'm going to show you guys, because there are many ways to make and to have these wigs on your head. Like I said, this wig is a full lace. Well, it's not a full lace wig. It's a lace closure wig that I have put on a dome cap. The bundles of hair I have are some very, very old hair that was kind of getting on that short side that I've had for a long time. So I just cut a bunch of layers in it. Put the closure to the side and plopped it on, and this is what it is. This wig actually is some curly hair that I had. Now mind you, as you can see, like, the curl pattern is kind of gone. So what I did with this particular wig, I boiled the hair, and that's a whole nother video on itself, so we're not even gonna get into that. How I did this wig, I did the flip over method. I didn't do the way that Ivy does it, how she cuts the little pieces. I just went back and forth with my wefts, because I found for that to do the exact same thing without having to cut the little pieces. So if that's something that you want to do on yourself or with the sewing, it works the same way. Because see, I can just pull all the hair over to the side like this for the flip over method, and it does the same thing. The intent for this wig is to leave the perimeter of your hair out. So from ear to ear around my hairline, I leave that out for my hair to get that whole flip over method type deal. It wouldn't work this way just putting this on, because you would see the tracks, you would see the cap. Now the cap that I use are those dome caps that you can get at Sally's, you can get at your local beauty supply. They didn't have a black one at the time when I needed one, so I was kind of impatient, so I took this little tan one, and I mean, it's fine. It wasn't seen. Nobody could see I had on a tan cap. Nobody even knew it was a cap. A lot of people feel like they thought this was my hair. So I put this on my mannequin head, and I sew all the way around my cap, and then I'm done. Now, in order to keep my wigs on, this is something that I do. I know a lot of people just put them on and go, but child, I feel like I be moving too much. Like, I don't want to be like feeling myself and my wig be like sliding back. Like, my part is right here, but my wig is all the way back here because I'm bopping my head back and forth. Like, I don't want that to happen. So as many people on here say, there's this thing called the elastic band method. I purchased this elastic band from Joann Fabrics, measured it from my head, from the nape all the way to like my temples, and cut it, sewed it on both sides. So when I do put it on, if it was on my head, it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay snug. It's not gonna move. I can move it from side to side. Nothing is gonna happen. It's gonna stay in place. So I swear by this. Like, this is my thing. All of my wigs have these in it. I don't go anywhere without this. Like, if I don't have this, oh, and I just broke it off. If I don't have this, then yeah, I can't wear my wig. The next wig I have is a lace closure with some bundles. Now this is some hair that I've had for a very long time. This hair is from hairenvious.com. This is their Burmese wave. I had 228, a 26, a 24, a 22, and I think a 16-inch lace closure. And I've had this hair for a year, and I absolutely love it. And it's still long, it's still luscious. I love it. I have put some purple highlights and some other things. The color's kind of fading, but you know, that's fine to me. I don't really care too much about that. As I said, inside of this wig, I have a different type of elastic band because this one seems to work a little better. That was like one of my older wigs that I've used, the elastic band, and it really didn't have as much coverage. It didn't have as much, what's the word, like it wasn't as durable as this one. And this is like that real deal elastic that like be in your pants. Got this from Joann Fabrics as well. I think I paid like $1 for a yard. Same deal, go from nape to temple, cut, sew it down. I actually had a black dome cap, which I actually love this. The only thing different I did about this wig was because I had so many bundles, I sewed around the perimeter of this wig so that if I want to pull it up, I wonder if I can show you guys this on the camera. I don't know if you can see. If I want to pull it up, say if this was on my head and I wanted to pull it up, it kind of gives you the illusion that I have a ponytail or that it's coming from my scalp because I did sew my tracks underneath the flap of the wig. Like I said, this closure, everything, like this is my everyday go-to wig. Like right now I'm rocking this. I would say this is probably maybe like 22 inches, but this is the wig that I'm always wearing. I shift between this one and the curly one the most, but this is my go-to wig and I absolutely love it. And it's the same thing, once I put it on my head, it stays in place. It's not coming off. Nothing can happen. I don't put clips in my wigs. I've tried that before and it pulled my hair out, or it made me have a headache because they were too tight on my edges or in the nape of my neck. So these are just things that I do for my wigs. I truly support the wig movement. I'm telling y'all, this is the best thing. Once you make these, you will be going crazy. Like I started out making the Uparts. I love those as well, but because I am natural, I can't have my hair out because my hair isn't trained to where if I flat iron it, it'll stay flat. It won't be no puffiness, none of that. So I just choose the lace closure method. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. You can do what you want, but this is what works for me. So you guys, I guess my next video will be how I apply these wigs. But as I said, the dome cap, you can purchase this from your local beauty supply. You can get this from Sally's. I even think you can get it at some Walgreens, and it was like $3, but it's so worth it. I know a lot of people, when they make their wigs, they use those mesh caps. I've done that before, but it doesn't have a good durability. Like it doesn't last. I've had this wig on this cap for maybe like 6 months. I change my caps after a while because they do start to stretch. Like no cap is perfect, but I have found that the dome caps are the best ones to use. This wig is on a dome cap. The wig that I showed you previously is on a dome cap, and you know there's different ways that you can make wigs. Like I said, this wig is intended to be behind your hairline. This is how this wig was made. You would not wear this without your hair being down the front. I wouldn't recommend it. This is the lace closure wig, where it fits right on your part, like I said. And you know, I live for a middle part, so this wig is for a middle part. But the thing about lace closure wigs, you can shift. Like this wig is for a middle part, but I shifted it to the left, or I could shift it to the right. I could leave it in the middle. I could pull my bangs more forward to my face. It's so many things that you can do with these wigs, y'all. I'm telling y'all, y'all better jump on this train, especially if you're natural and you're tired of your hair breaking off and you want to try to find another method to get your hair to grow. I'll try to insert some pictures at the end of my natural hair journey, but I'm telling y'all, my hair went from being right underneath my ears, from being jawline to being collarbone, to now shoulder length, almost bra length when it's pushed all the way back. So this is something that I swear by. Please rate, comment, and subscribe on this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.